$1.75 million on a watch, $100,000 per day for partying on a yacht.
Do back foot, do back, eski do back foot, roll another one. Do back foot, do back, eski do back foot.
That's how F1 drivers spend their hard-earned money.
You let it clap for it, clap for it. You let it clap.
Formula One drivers are famous for creating stupid ways to spend millions of money that they earn. Generally, they spend a considerable portion of their money on expensive cars, clothes, watches, yachts, and mansions that comes with an unnecessary price tag. Through this video, we're going to discuss about the stupid and expensive habits of Formula One drivers in detail. Before diving deep into the video, please remember to hit the subscribe button and bell icon for more interesting F1 videos. Number 1. Cars. Formula One drivers spend money heavily on expensive cars, and currently the best collections are owned by Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso. Lewis Hamilton possesses an impressive car collection, and it's worth an estimated $13 million. His car collection features some of the masterpieces of the automobile industry like Pagani Zonda 760 LH, Mercedes AMG Project 1, Ferrari LaFerrari, McLaren P1, 1966 Shelby Ford 27 Cobra, and 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. But his desires are not limited only to four wheels, as he developed his own motorcycle with world-renowned MV Agusta brand, which is known as Lewis Hamilton Edition 800RR. Current world champion Max Verstappen also owns a very expensive car collection, which features some cars from rival F1 brands like Renault Rio, Ferrari 488 Pista, Ferrari Monza SP2, and Mercedes-Benz C63S AMG. But the crown jewel of this collection is Aston Martin Valkyrie, which was developed by collaborative efforts of Aston Martin and Red Bull F1 team, with the aim of transferring Formula One technology into regular road cars. The Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc is a driver from a wealthy background in Monaco, and he has spent part of his wealth on buying vehicles like a Land Rover Discovery, a Rolls-Royce Wraith, a Bugatti Chiron, a Jaguar XF, and a McLaren GT. The Monegasque driver possessed a separate Ferrari road car collection, which included expensive cars like SF90 Stradale, a 488 Pista Spider, a Roma, and an 812 Superfast. Number 2. Watches. The majority of F1 drivers have the practice of buying expensive clothes as a way of showing off their wealth. Out of the F1 drivers currently active in the Formula One grid, Charles Leclerc is the driver who owned the most expensive watch collection, which included a number of watches from several world-renowned brands. The value of that watch collection is estimated to be around $4.2 million. The most expensive one in his watch collection is Richard Mille UP01 Ferrari, which comes with a price tag of around $1.75 million. Apart from that, his collection contains watches like Richard Mille RM6101 Ultimate Edition, Richard Mille RM6702 Charles Leclerc, Richard Mille RM7201, and Patek Philippe Nautilus Travel Time, which are common with price tags over $200,000. Even though Hamilton is not a big lover of watches, he has a sponsorship deals with Swiss watchmaker IWC, and its Big Pilot holds a special place in Hamilton's watch collection. Hamilton was spotted wearing different designs of Big Pilot's watches. Beyond his special relationship with IWC, he has a special interest in brands like Patek Philippe and Rolex, and have bought watches belonging to these brands, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on them. Number 3. Yachts. Yachts can be considered as a symbol of power and wealth. As the drivers belong to the racing series, which is considered as the pinnacle of the motorsport, they use these yachts to represent the pinnacle of luxury and opulence. Several F1 drivers own yachts, and most of them are anchored in Monaco, paying a large sum of money as harbor fees. Two-time world champion Fernando Alonso purchased a custom-built 60 Sunreef Power Eco catamaran, which came with a price tag of $4.3 million. The Spaniard spent his holidays with friends and family members by taking this yacht to the open seas. After winning his third world title, Max Verstappen was spotted in an Italian shipyard with his wife Kelly Piquet, as he was interested in buying his second yacht. In 2021, the Dutchman spent $6 million to buy his first yacht named Bagheera. This yacht is composed of 3 floors, 9 bedrooms, and an infinity pool. According to the reports, a day on this luxurious Bagheera could cost around $100,000. Charles Leclerc purchased the Riva Dolce Riva yacht in 2020, spending over 2 million euros, and named it as Monza, remembering his second F1 victory at iconic track Monza. Later, he added a Riva Sportfly 66 Rebelle into his yacht collection by spending over 3 million euros. He named it as Sedici, giving the meaning 16 15, which is his race number. Number 4. Private jets. Ordinary people use a car or SUV to reach their workplaces, but the situation of F1 drivers is totally different as they have to travel all around the globe in a calendar year. In most of the weekend, F1 drivers have to fly thousands of miles from their homes, and for that reason, F1 drivers spend part of their income on private jets. It's not an easy thing to use a private jet, as drivers have to spend large sums of money on its daily maintenance in addition to the purchasing cost. Max Verstappen owned a Dassault Falcon 900EX, which features a unique livery. He purchased it from Virgin Atlantic founder Sir Richard Branson in 2020, spending around $15 million. This jet features a large cabin which can accommodate around 12 passengers. 2 of the passenger seats can be converted into the beds, making it more suitable for an F1 driver to relax during the flight. The 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso also owned a private jet belonging to the Dassault Falcon 900C class. This is much similar to Verstappen's private jet, but it's a little bit older, as Alonso's one is manufactured in year 2021. The 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton owned a Bombardier Challenger 605, which cost him around $29 million for the initial purchase. This private jet was with an attractive cherry red livery, but later he sold it as a support to reduce the carbon emissions, and now he's using commercial flights whenever possible. But some people say that this was just a trick from the 7-time world champion to avoid the tax that he had to pay for the use of a private jet. Number 5. Mansions and apartments. Normally, it's a habit of F1 drivers to immigrate into a new country after establishing their positions within the Formula 1 championship. Monaco is the most popular destination among F1 drivers, as it offers everything that's needed for a luxurious lifestyle. But we can see that F1 drivers own mansions and apartments all around the globe, and they use that habit as some kind of investment option to save their hard-earned money. Fernando Alonso owned a luxurious apartment in Dubai, which is valued around $130 million. Apart from that, he also owned a range of holiday homes across Europe, including Switzerland and UK, but he hasn't shown any interest on living in Monaco like other F1 drivers. According to the reports, Lewis Hamilton owns luxurious properties all around the globe. Out of this different range of properties, $32 million penthouse in New York, $18 million London mansion, and $12 million opulent mansion in Monte Carlo are the most notable ones in his collection. Max Verstappen owned a $40 million worth luxury villa in Monaco, and this house is composed of 5 bedrooms, an indoor pool, a gaming room, a wine cellar, a home theater, a panic room, a climate-controlled car showroom, a spa, and a beauty salon, making the life inside it more luxurious. Number 6. Pets. Some of the F1 drivers spend a large sum of money on their pets. Actually, these animals have much better and luxurious lifestyles than humans in some part of the world. Verstappen is a cat person, and he has 2 Bengal cats named Jimmy and Sass that are worth up to $3,000 each. But some people joke that 2 cats are called Louis and Toto. Apart from that, Verstappen prefers Persian cats as well. These 2 Bengal cats can be found more often in Verstappen's social media posts. But his main rival, Lewis Hamilton, is a dog person. It is a habit of Lewis Hamilton to bring his bulldog Roscoe wherever he goes. Roscoe is very famous, as same as his owner, having millions of followers in Instagram. A few years back, Hamilton had one more bulldog called Coco that died due to a heart attack. Dogs of Hamilton are very lucky to have VIP treatments similar to the owner, and there is a separate team to look after these pets. Number 7. Hobbies. As they are going through a tough competitive mentality in the weekends, they spend large amounts of money on hobbies that can help to relax their mind. Most notably, Verstappen has spent more than $35,000 to install his all-new sim racing package, making the other gamers jealous. Apart from that, he has spent around $20,000 to buy a Red Bull jet ski machine to play on the water in Monaco. Number 8. Off-seasons and holidays. As F1 drivers become too much busy with racing, they spend their off-seasons with activities that involve their family members. Drivers like Max Verstappen prefers to spend more time with his wife and parents in holidays and off-season, traveling to the different destinations all around the globe. He spent a large sum of money for that purpose. But some drivers are seeking activities which are strong enough to fuel their adrenaline rush. Most notably, Lewis Hamilton is a driver of the kind. He spent a large sum of money on those activities, putting his life in an unnecessary danger. But he loves to spend his money like that. Even in last off-season also, he went skydiving and surfing. Number 9. Girlfriends. With the money and fame that they possess, F1 drivers naturally have the attraction of the girls. That's why we can see a long list of girls that are dated by each F1 driver. So, some F1 drivers spend a large sum of money to make their girlfriends happy. Most notably, Lewis Hamilton is the highest-ranked playboy in the current Formula 1 grid, as he has dated a long list of celebrities that include names like Nicole Scherzinger, Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, Kendall Jenner, Rita Ora, Nicki Minaj, Barbara Palvin, Winnie Harlow, and Sofia Richie. Since 2022, Hamilton is dating Colombian singer Shakira, as she ended her relationship with the football star Gerard Piqué. The Ferrari driver driver Charles Leclerc also has big attention of girls. He dated Alexandra Saint Malo, Charlotte Sin, and Giada Gianni in at different stages of his life, spending a large sum of income to make them happy. At one instance, Charles Leclerc took his ex-girlfriend Charlotte Sin around the Fiorano circuit in a Ferrari 3-seater. Number 10. Clothes. In order to improve their physical appearance, F1 drivers spend a considerable amount of money on their clothes, as it has a considerable impact on the impression of their fans. All the F1 drivers are big customers of expensive clothing brands, and they always wear the finest too. Most notably, Lewis Hamilton is considered as a trendsetter in the fashion industry, as he is brave enough to try new fashions regardless of the opinions of the others. According to the reports, he has a practice of designing his own cloth collection with very expensive brands in the industry. In that way, F1 drivers spend millions that they generate through high-speed racing. We have discussed only few examples of each of these habits, but every F1 driver has their own ways to spend their money. What do you think about the way that F1 drivers spend their money? Share your thoughts in the comment section below.